Hello everyone, I am teacher Emily. In this video, I will introduce how it works on TutorPage as a student. Students are able to log into their account on TutorPage system. What are the main functions students can use in the system? 1. Students can have a complete record of their finished lessons. 2. Students can check their lesson balance. 3. They can schedule and book lessons. 4. They can have lessons and enter classroom. On TutorPage, every student can only be connected to particular teachers only. There are 2 ways to create a student account. The first way is teacher invites student through an invitation link generated in the system. The second way, a student directly registers an account through the teacher's website and connects to the teacher. Firstly, about the first way, how does a teacher invite a student through an invitation link? A teacher can generate the invitation link on Add and Manage Students. Click this icon to add a new student. And then input a student name here. For example, my student's name is James. Here we go. Now my student James is added. Before I share the link with James, I need to click here to add lessons to James's lesson package. In this way, when James receives my invitation link, he can start booking my lessons. James has bought 100 lessons from me. So I would like to click here to add 100 lessons to his lesson package. Great. Now I can start to share the link with James. Click here to copy the invitation link. This link is only for James. Once James activates his student account through this link will be invalid. So after James login, he can receive the lessons I added as well. Over here, click this icon to copy the invitation link. I usually contact James via Skype. So all have to do next is paste the link here and send it to James on Skype. You can see when I paste the link into Skype, some Chinese and English are shown here as well. These are some introductions for James on how to activate and register a student account through this link, and tell James he will get the lessons I added for him. Let's send this message to James now. Now, my student James has received my invitation link. From now on I'll introduce these functions as a student. So what should my student James do after he receives my invitation link? He can just simply click this link and register his student account. Here we go. Because we select the student dashboard in the Chinese language version this time, in order to help you understand the following pages, we will use Google Translator to switch the pages from Chinese to English. The translation might not be correct or accurate, but you can understand better how the functions on the student's dashboard work. We have different language versions for the student dashboard as well. Now click this icon Connect with the teacher and start to register. If I am my student James, I will fill in some information like my name is James, my numbers, and complete the registration. After logging in, James received this tip telling James that he received some lessons. Well done. Student registration succeeds. My student James will be connected to me only, and he can also receive all the lesson packages added by me. Now that student James is connected with me, I can add more lessons or decrease the available lessons in his lesson package freely. Now let's find out how does student James book my lessons on TutorPage. We are now logged in with the student James account, and this is the student dashboard. Here you can see how many lessons are remaining with teacher Emily. Student James can directly click here and start to book my lessons. Over here student James can select his lessons. And click here to book. Now he needs to select a class length. Because teachers can add lesson packages with different lesson lengths for their students. As a student, James can select lessons length flexibly on this page according to his availability. For example, if James books a 30-minute lesson, then the system will deduct one lesson from the package of 30-minute lengths only. Okay, student James is now on the page to select the time slots. These are the teacher's available times only. And these times are shown based on the student's local time. System coordinates the time difference automatically. So teachers and students don't need to calculate time differences anymore. Now let's select a time slot and click Next Step here. Over here shows the teacher's available classroom tool. These classroom options are set by the teacher. So as a student, James can select one of these classroom tools at his convenience. Let's select Zoom. Here we go. This is a page for confirmation. Here shows all the essential information about James' booking. 1. Here is the lesson title. 2. How many lessons he selected to book. Here selected 1 lesson. 3. The selected classroom tool. 4. These are the details for each lesson. At last, this is a page to confirm that 1 lesson will be deducted from this student James' lesson balance. Click here and complete this booking. Well done. Now the booking is submitted but not yet confirmed. And student James has to wait for his teacher Emily to confirm whether to accept or reject. After the teacher clicks to accept the bookings, this lesson will be considered as booked and confirmed. As you can see, all confirmed and accepted lessons will be turned into upcoming lessons on this page. Teacher can turn off this function, that is, whether students' new class requests need to be confirmed. If this function is turned off by the teacher, all students' booking requests will be automatically accepted, and students will no longer have to wait for the teacher's confirmation. So we are now on the upcoming lessons list. As a student, James can click the lesson like this. Let's scroll down. Here shows the learning material the teacher uploaded. So as a student, James can click here to download and review the learning material before the lesson starts. Student can still cancel or reschedule another time flexibly on this page. If student James couldn't attend this class, just click here to cancel it. Or if James wants to reschedule it for another time, he can directly click this button. This saves a lot of communication time regarding cancellations or rescheduling. The latest time allowance for cancellation or rescheduling is set by the teacher. Both teacher and student can cancel or reschedule freely within the set time allowance. Now, let's see how does student James have the lesson on TutorPage. As you can see, Zoom was chosen as the classroom tool for this class. So James can click here and enter the classroom. Then the system will wake up the Zoom application on James' device and take him to Zoom Classroom directly like this. After the class is completed, teacher can leave lesson feedback to student, and student can leave lesson reviews to the teacher as well. Over here shows all finished lessons. Students can review them in this list. As a student, James can just find that finished lesson here and click it. And then leave comments to the teacher by clicking this icon. Over here shows his teacher's feedback as well. Okay, now we have finished the introduction of how to use TutorPage as a student. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time and
bye!